Alison here from Mbfx Pro, bringing you a video about how to use the Mbfx system to find trade ideas. This is a trade I'm already in, and I'm on the 4-hour time frame, and this is the CHF JPY. The Mbfx system is something I have used very profitably in the past. I am, as you want to enter a trade when you hit these green bands. Then you also want to either take your profits, or if you're buying when the price hits this blue line. But currently for this trade, I have my take profit at the other extreme. Of course, I'm going to monitor this as the time goes. So what we normally try to do, if you're scanning for opportunities, you're looking for market to approach the extremes, and then you're going to find a reaction. Okay, so note that this Mbfx structure is not static, and you should also use it with other support and resistance tools as well. And I'm going to show you something else I also use as well. Let me see if I can give you something else, because ultimately support and resistance is the most important thing. So as long as you get a double confirmation, then you'll be fine. So this is one thing I use here. Let me make this 0.2 so it's not as big. This is something else I use for extra confirmation sometimes. You can see this will give you some extra confirmation, but it makes it a bit messy, right? But you can have this on your chart to extra confirmation in case price approaches this area. So as you can see, even though I'm scaling into this position, right? So I've entered the position here, but I still suspect that the price might come down to this support area. So as you can see, I already have a buy limit order here as well. So I already have a buy limit order here as well, waiting for this price to come down here so I can average down on my buying in price. Okay, and then I'll write it all the way up. Okay, so basically let me take that let me take this indicator out. We can put it back if we want it again later on. Delete that. Okay, so what we normally try to do when you're scanning, you just literally go to your market watch, and then you just drag in the pairs in there. At this moment here, you can see this is just basically an uptrend. So this has pulled back, and there's an uptrend. So that's on the 4-hour time frame. Daily time frame, this is a retracement on a general downtrend anyways. So you watch and see what happens. Now this is a market I have been looking to get into, because we are now at this point here, which is a previous support area, now turning to resistance. So I'll probably be looking to short this market, but to enable me to do that, I want to see some other confirmation. But we're talking about the Mbfx today, so let's focus on the Mbfx. You can use the daily time frame, but the higher the time frame, the better for you. Okay, so you just scan and put in your pairs. Now this is looking like a good buy. Looking like a buy because it's hit the green zone, but would have loved stochastic to come back up here for extra confirmation. So that's what you do. You can take this trade up. This is looking like a buy actually. You can see the trend line is been hit already as a trend line there, so that equally matches as well with the bottom bit here. So I might be looking to take this trade actually, and then even if I ride it up to this point here, how many pips are going to be? There's nearly 200 pips. I'll tell you what, let me show the 1-hour time frame is doing. So 1-hour time frame is at the very bottom. So yes, I think this might still come down up to this very point here on the 1 hour. So I'll watch this trade till tomorrow and see if it retraces back up to this point. If it comes to the zone 0.8884, 0.85, I will take the trade. But for now, let's continue. I'll show you how we're scanning for trades. Okay, so you can see how immediately I saw this green zone, I started looking at this. This is the value of the Mbfx system. Okay, so AUD JPY, there's no trade here at the moment. AUD CHF, there's no trade here at the moment. AUD USD is no trade. CHF JPY, that's the one I'm currently in. This is just retracing now. So like I said, I suspect this might still come down up to this very point here, and then I will enter another position here. Okay, so CAD JPY is no trade at the moment on the 4-hour time frame. You can do this as well also on the daily time frame as well. Okay, so this is this looks like a very good trade. Euro USD just bounced off these green levels. This is a very good trade. I should be looking to get into this trade if I'm perfectly honest with you guys. Let's look at the 1 hour to look for an entry. This is already moved up, so I'll probably wait for a little retracement, then I can get into this trade. But you can see it's looking really good on the 4-hour time frame. Euro has been on the uptrend for a very long time, and yeah, that's what's been going on for some time now. Oh, that's look like it's a bit of a downtrend, but yeah, it's been. I think it's about to go up again from what I can see here. This is a retracement here, so even if it bounces up to this point again and comes down, which is a big support here, so resistance here, you can see some resistance here, which I've already marked up before. So I like things like this when my hand-drawn resistance lines match up with you know, any other structures on the chart. Okay, so this is look like a very good trade for the euro dollar. So it might be good to get into this trade, but again, you can see how the Mbfx just visually tells you when to get in. So if you were selling, you'll be selling around here. If it matches up with resistance, so you can see here, this resistance area matches up with this one. So that would be a good target area if I get into this trade. Okay, so if I get in here, we're talking what, say I come in around here, and that's what, 500 pips, very, very possible for it to come and hit this resistance area here. So that's another very good way you can do that. Now, this is good because we've had this, you know, bullish impulse here, bouncing off these levels, and then, you know, there's a pin bar here, 4-hour pin bar, and then supported by this bullish impulse. So probably wait for a little bit of a retracement, and then I can get into this trade. So Euro USD, if you're watching this this week, today is the 31st of March, today, tomorrow, this trade should still be valid. Okay, so that's how you keep you know, scanning the pairs. I've shown that before. Euro CHF, again, there's no trade here. You wait for it. In this case, probably wait for it to approach this place and then take it down, or wait for it to come down and take it up. Important things for you to watch as it approaches all these levels. Okay, and then your stops can be half. If you entered here and you take profit here, your stop should be half the risk you're taking. Okay, so Euro GBP, it's actually no trade here, to be honest. If I'm honest, no trade here. Euro JPY, this looks like a good trade, coming back off here. So if this goes from here to here, that's about 150 pips. I'll probably wait for this to come back into this zone here, and then I can take the trade. Okay, we've got some support here in this area. So if we do this manual support line, you can see there's good support here. That's a good area there. Previous resistance, now support. So I expect price to come back in here at some point for Euro JPY. And you can see where my stochastic is as well. The Mbfx actually has its own time. Okay, so guys, if you want this indicator, I'll leave a link to my Telegram group. This indicator is it's not free, just be aware. We'll be selling an indicator. I'll have a link to my Telegram group. You can join my Telegram group, where I'll be posting ideas like this and videos like this to talk more about this indicator. Okay, so if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like this channel, and also like this video and subscribe to my channel. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, and yeah, I will hope to see you in my Telegram group, and we can have a bit more chat about this if you are interested. Okay, so it's always good when you're able to draw your own hand-drawn support and resistance. If you want to draw support and resistance manual ones and see if they match the Mbfx, probably best to do it first in the daily time frame. Okay, that will be the best thing to do first, daily time frame. Mark out your support and resistance and then see if they match. Okay, so we'll be doing more of this in the Telegram group, Telegram channel when you join up. Okay, so it's Allison. If there's anything I've forgotten to do, I will be looking to do it later on. You know, I'll be making weekly videos on the Mbfx, looking for trade setups on the Mbfx like this. Okay, so let's have a look and see a bit more here. I think I'll just end this video now. You get the point. This is a very, very powerful system to be able to find trade ideas. I don't know what I was doing there, to be honest. That's a bit of a mess. Drawing too many lines there, but let's see. It's too much. What's all that? I don't know why I did too many lines there, but I need to remove some of those lines. Okay, so again, this is another perfect structure because, as you can see, touching various sides of the Mbfx. So this is basically in consolidation, which is quite good for us. Okay, so basically I wouldn't trade this. I wait for it to either approach this zone or approach that zone. There's really no trade here because it can bounce up, it can bounce down. So I'll just wait for it to approach any of these levels. So you can see there's some support, resistance here around this zone here. Okay, there's good support here, and also there's some good resistance there, and then good support levels around here. Okay, around here, and so I expect price to come into this zone. Anywhere in these areas I can take this trade, but this looks like a pair in consolidation, something you need to watch as well. Okay, so it's Allison. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon in my future videos. Bye bye.